Player one, ante up. This one's called You're So Vain, and it's worth $2,000 if you get this one right. Heads up, here it comes. If Bonfire of the Vanities author Tom Wolfe had been present at the historical event after which the book is named, what could he have experienced? Seeing someone being burned at the stake, having copies of his book burned, putting out a fire at the Vanity Mansion, or roasting marshmallows with Queen Victoria? Here's what you should have picked. In the 15th century, the people of Florence were urged by the cleric Savonarola to burn all their books and other worldly trappings in an event known as the Bonfire of the Vanities. And if a certain female co-star went back in time with him, maybe there would have been another roast called the Bonfire of the Melanies. Player one, it's up to you. What's next? Well, what do we have here? He has bumpy pretzel skin. This one can net you $1,000. Hey, remember that pretzel guy, Mr. Salty? Well, if Mr. Salty had been renamed Mr. Bus Salty, what would you have expected him to have endorsed? Deep-fried dangerous weapons, freeze-dried one-celled organisms, baked bits of volcanic rock, or crunchy treats with rude names on them? Player 2. Basalt is a very hard type of volcanic rock.
Say, I just love hard pretzels. Ow, my teeth, my teeth.
Player 2, give me something. Open wide and get ready for Rocks for Jocks, or let me dumb that down for you. How does $2,000 sound? Okay, show of hands, who remembers electric football and the utter frustration it was to play? Which of these scientific theories does electric football best demonstrate? Steady state theory, Bohr theory, chaos theory, or Baconian theory? Player one. Electric football demonstrates the chaos theory, where a behavior system follows the laws of physics in a seemingly random and unpredictable way. I think electric football also demonstrates the theory that lots of noise without a purpose is fun to kids. Player one, your choice. What are we doing? Let's see what we got going. Some merchandise may unsettle during shipment. Get it right, I'm handing over $2,000. Whoa, I guess it's time to get us some breakfast. What'll it be today? Here's this box of cereal that says it has 100% of the daily recommended amount of vitamins and nutrients. What am I most likely to say when I dig in? Ah, those slugs turn my milk brown. Ah, rodents are tearing my flesh. Hee, a mossy tree is tickling me. Or, ooh, 2 scoops of angels. All yours, please.
You rock my world, baby.
A nutria is a South American water rodent that stays crispy, even in milk. Player one, tell me what's happening. You don't wanna blow it on number 5. The selection is things to do in Denver when you're a folk singer. Looks like this one's going for $1,000. Let's rock. If while playing a gig in the Mile High City, mellow feel-good country singer John Denver were given the Denver boot, what would he need to do? Thank his rescuers, refrain from sitting for a few days, bum a ride home after the gig, or chow down on the ham and peppers? Player 2, interesting choice. Player 1, what do you say? The Denver boot is a lock put onto a car's tire that prevents it from moving. It's usually put on when the driver has too many traffic violations. Maybe John can entice one of his fans to give him a lift back to the motel by offering them a Rocky Mountain High. Player 1, hit me with the category. And this one is a sitcom called Math. You give me a right answer, I give you $3,000. Hope you brought your suit. It's time to get wet. Suppose that the 1984 cast of Saturday Night Live and the cast of Seinfeld are two mathematical sets. Which of the following would be true of the two sets? Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the intersection, Michael Richards is the intersection, Julia Louis-Dreyfus is the union, or Michael Richards is the union? No, Michael Richards was never on Saturday Night Live. Too bad, because it would have been fun to see Kramer and Gumby in the same sketch, damn it. Player one, it's yours if you want it. Player one. Julia Louis-Dreyfus has been on Saturday Night Live and Seinfeld, so she's the intersection of the two sets. Michael Richards was on the variety show Fridays, which intersected with the garbage can in 1982. Player one, ante up.
Hey, look over there. It's question 7.
Well, looks like this category is, well, it's about Kime. $2,000 says you don't know this one. Think fast. Say you're going to Scarborough Fair, but instead of bringing parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme, you bring parsley, sage, rosemary, and Kime. What are you bringing to the fair? Some seasonings and a huge monster, several herbs and some already digested food, 3 food additives and an Italian greeting, or 3 friends and an alarm clock. Take a shit. Kime would be the liquid contents of digested food from your stomach. My Kime usually shows up on its own after I down too many hot dogs and I've gone on one of those rickety Scarborough Fair roller coasters. You have the honors, player 2. All right, player 2. Player 1, please exit the ride. Player 2, strap on your seatbelt and get ready to play Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat's category name is John Wilkes Booth Shot J.R. I'm going to read off 7 different names, and for each one you see, I want you to tell me if it's a character from the show Dallas or a U.S. president. As you see each one, if he's a character from Dallas, press 1. If he's a president of the United States, press 2. And to skip, press 4. For each right answer, you get $500. And you lose $500 for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. All right, let's put 30 seconds on the clock. Let's do it. James Buchanan. Nicholas Pierce. James Richard Beaumont. Franklin Pierce. Benjamin Harrison. Zachary Taylor. One more, Edgar Randolph. That's all she wrote. 6 out of 7. Good day at the plate, batter. Let's check out your new average. Hey, that's something. Let's keep going. Player 1, it's up to you. What's next? Reinovi is number 9. May I introduce superheroes who foam at the mouth? $1,000 if you get it. You ready? Okay, let's say that Underdog hasn't been very careful lately and he's contracted rabies. Given the symptoms of rabies, which of these situations would most likely leave Underdog incapable of rescuing Sweet Polly Purebred? She's hanging from a high ledge, she's trapped in a burning building, she's drowning in a pond, or she's surrounded by carnivorous spiders. Another name for rabies is hydrophobia, which literally means the fear of water. So poor Polly would probably end up sinking like a stone. I guess that means Underdog won't be drinking out of the toilet anymore either. Player 1, gimme category. Oh yeah, baby, it's the moment you've always dreamt of. It's time for a 3-way. Okay, this is simple, but hear me out anyway. You're gonna see a 3-way like this one. When the correct three-way member is lit up, buzz in. If you make a match, you pocket $1,000. But be careful, if you don't make a correct match, you'll lose some cash every time you're wrong. And be careful, individual answers don't necessarily have anything to do with the three-way as a group. All right, let's get this party rolling. The category for this little number is you need it when, and your timely group for this three-way is yesterday, today, or tomorrow. Well, good luck, and don't worry, I'll still respect you when this is over.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes! Oh, yes!
That's all. Now catch your breath while we see how you did. Well, player one, it wasn't much, but you got something out of that three-way. Let's check out our overall scores. Well, it seems to me player one is still whipping some tail in this game. Well, it's time to get back to the game. But, you will call me, right? Okay, we're halfway home. Let's see how round two treats you. Okay, whether you like it or not, everyone here gets a screw. What you do with it is up to you. One apiece. And hey, listen, you people didn't even touch your screws in round one. Come on, you won't go blind. Buzz in and hit the S key, then screw for all you're worth, okay? Okay. Player one, your choice. What are we doing? The category is throw up stories of the highway patrol. Get a right answer, you're walking away with $4,000. Alrighty, imagine that someone you know gets pulled over for drunk driving. Not you, of course. You're above that. Which of the following commands tests an inebriated driver's kinesthesis? Tell me how many fingers I'm holding up, take a breath and blow into this tube, say the alphabet backwards, or close your eyes and touch your nose. Player one, kinesthesis is the sense of where your body parts are and how they're moving. It's the sense that helps you touch your nose while your eyes are closed. For instance, if I'd been drinking, I wouldn't be able to... let's move on. Player one, tell me what's happening. The category, bestiality and dropping balls. Think you can handle $6,001 bills? All right, let's say you have a big New Year's party with a lot of champagne and things get a little out of hand. If all your pets got pregnant on New Year's Day, which one would go into labor around Labor Day? The donkey, the hippopotamus, the horse, or the sheep? Nope, the little horse would be arriving just before Christmas.
Daddy, you got me a pony. Ew, and it's placenta.
Player one. The little lambs would be out around Memorial Day. If only the ewe hadn't been too wasted to remember who the father was. Congratulations, it's a bouncing baby answer. The hippo's gestation period is about 8 months, so this hippo will go into labor around Labor Day. But the really amazing thing is, the baby's got your nose. Category time. Player two, it's your call.
Swing your partner 1 and 3. A do-si-do for the big 13.
Shake hands with, where waving your shorts is patriotic. 4,000 big ones for a right answer here. Okay, after years of democracy and overpriced t-shirts, the citizens of Banana Republic decide to change their form of government. At the newly opened Banana Oligarchy store, what law is most likely to be enforced? All parachute pants are owned by the state. A small elite decides who folds the sweaters. The manager is infallible, appointed by God. Or war with the Gap requires a majority vote. Take a shit. In an oligarchy, a small group of people hold all the power.
I said you will buy that V-neck, damn it, and get your ass back to the full pants section before I have to get nasty.
Your turn, player 2. What's it gonna be? Looks like there's no lack of bravado here. You've chosen an impossible question. Now serving, making yourself dizzy and tired. And I believe we have a piddly 20 grand payoff for getting this one right. Okay, listen up. When you know the answer to this one, yeah, as if, buzz in and type the correct number. Say you jump down, turn around, and pick a pound of cotton. About how many pounds of cotton will you have to pick before you can jump down, turn around, and have a bale of cotton? Too bad you didn't type this. A bale of cotton weighs about 500 pounds. So when you've jumped down, turned around, and you're done picking, make sure you lift with your legs, not your back. Player 2, take your pick.
"15th floor, lingerie, housewares, and useless trivia."
This little number's known as when governments and lawyers pick on little kids. This one can net you $6,000. Hey, does everybody remember that cute little kid who sang "You Are My Sunshine" in the French's Mustard commercial? Suppose the state whose official song is "You Are My Sunshine" decided to sue the kid in the ad over intellectual property. What would be the name of the court case? Nevada versus Little Woogums, Louisiana versus the endearing Moppet, New York versus the singing Rugrat, or Florida versus a wad of cuteness? Player 2, Florida is the Sunshine State, but your forecast calls for rain. Player 1, it's yours if you want it. In case you're wondering, one of the two official state songs of Louisiana is "You Are My Sunshine." Yeah, the other one is "I Passed Out Nude in a Stinking Puddle of My Own Vomit and Feces on Bourbon Street." It's a ballad. I wonder what player 2's gonna pick. Uh-oh, wet suck tit shine floor.
It's time for Clear Dish Crash Fun.
Take a look at your gibberish category. A pirate's to-do list is so tedious. The opening value for this gibberish question is $10,000. Now, don't get nervous, but the more time you take, the less cash you get. Okay, listen up. What peppy phrase does this rhyme with? Thieve, plot, sneer, hit, press me crew. And remember, don't be fooled by the punctuation or that goofy pirate voice. First clue, you hear it at high school football games. Ooh, look at those tight ends. You hear it at high school football games being said by cheerleaders. Last clue, come on, where's your spirit? Haven't you ever heard the cheer?
Thief, plot, sneer, hit, press me, crew.
That was my favorite cheer.
Thief, plot, sneer, hit, press me, crew. Please want leer spit, now shot screw.
Your pick, player 2, how about it?
Number 17.
For your enjoyment, did you just hear a satyr? How does $4,000 grab you? Let's see how you handle this one. If Zamfir, master of the pan flute, were to record a version of the magic flute, which composer would probably roll over in his grave? Beethoven, Copland, Verdi, or Mozart? Nobody wants it? Come on, player 1, you're ahead. Live a little.
Don't be a wimp.
Verdi wrong. Ball's in your court, player 2. No, hit your... Well, Beethoven did write one opera, but it wasn't this one, so you can go stab yourself and die. See, now, I could have given you some cash if you picked this. The Magic Flute is one of Mozart's operas, and Zamfir is one of Mozart's worst nightmares. Player 2, give me something. Pucker up for Longfellow's Meter. And you pocket $2,000 if you get this one. Flex those fingers, 'cause here it comes. If poet Ezra Pound had become a spokesman for the metric system, what might he have had you call him? Ezra 7 centigrams, Ezra decagram, Ezra English ton, or Ezra half a kilogram? The correct answer is, converted to the metric system, Ezra Pound would be approximately half a kilogram. But either way, he's still pretty heavy. You have the honors, Player 2.
Step right up for question 19.
This category's known as Sucker, I don't even know her. You get 4,000 clams for this one. Okay, pay close attention to the following audio file. Here's a few words from famous showman P.T. Barnum at the circus.
There's a sucker born every...
What's the correct word that completes P.T. Barnum's quote? All yours, Player 1. Barnum said there's a sucker born every minute. And of course, that was before the days of fertility drugs. Let's have a category, Player 1.
Question number 20.
Coming at you. Look at the stones on that guy. $2,000 for a correct answer. Let's rock. Let's say that Ronald McDonald builds a set of golden arches himself. To complete an arch, which of the following will Ronald need? A golden Rosetta Stone, a golden Blarney Stone, a golden Keystone, or a golden Kidney Stone? Player 2. A keystone is the central stone in an arch which holds the other parts together. Ronald usually just shoves one of those French fry boxes in there, though. Your turn, Player 2. What's it gonna be? Eyes on the screen, and remember, all's fair in love and Jack. Here's your clue. Where did that come from? And where are you going? Time to find out right now.
Now that was a Jack attack! Who broke a sweat? You guys rock! Let's hear your score! Player 1's got it!
Player 1, you chewed up Player 2 in that game. Now spit it out quick so you can say,